Hey guys, it's Dan. First and foremost, I want to say thank you guys for all 51 of you guys that subscribed. I really, really appreciate it. It means a lot, and I did not expect this channel to one get that many subscribers, and especially not that soon. So I am really, really grateful that you guys subscribed, and I really hope you guys continue to enjoy the content. But yeah, I do have to say I tried to record this video earlier. It took me like an hour and a half. I ended up finding some diamonds and all sorts of stuff, but the audio somehow managed to get really messed up. So I don't know what happened there, but it like recorded two of my mic tracks. So instead of mining, I think what I might do is try to clear everything out on the way down to the mine and kind of make a path there and share the story about me getting drugged in Denver. So, yeah, it's definitely an interesting one. With that being said, you guys, I hope you all had a fun St. Patrick's Day. For me, it was definitely an interesting one because I got drugged for the first time. And I'm not entirely sure how it happened, whether it was meant for me to get drugged or not. But yeah, I'm gonna preface this by saying we have decided, like over the past couple of years, that me and a lot of my friends and my coworkers are going to go to the Denver St. Patrick's Day Parade as kind of like an annual thing, something for us to all get out of town, go to the big city, and do something different that we don't normally do. And that's exactly what we were doing again this year. And up until the place that I got drugged, it was actually a great time. We went down Friday night, decided to get there a little early so we could get dinner and be well rested, because last year we ended up not leaving until the day of at like 3 in the morning, and it was kind of ass to get all the way up there and then try and participate all day off of such little sleep. So we decided this year we were gonna get down there a lot earlier. And so that's what we did. We went down Friday, had a good night, and then woke up and ate some breakfast and went down to the parade, which was a good time. I had one of my buddies that actually lives in Denver come join us, so it was really nice to get the chance to see him. And of course, it's St. Patrick's Day, so everybody's drinking, having a good time. And after the parade was over, we decided, you know what, we haven't ever gone bar hopping in downtown Denver, so let's give it a shot. So we went to quite a few bars, a couple Irish themed ones and whatnot, but the one that this thing happened to me at was a bar that is named after a famous country singer. I'm not going to drop the name because I don't want everyone to think that like it was purposefully done there or it's like a common thing there if you haven't been, just out of respect for the restaurant or bar. But from what I remember is we got to the bar, we got frisked going in, which makes sense because big city, a lot of people. Probably a smart idea to make sure that there aren't going to be a bunch of crazy people there. So we get inside, we go up to the bar, we order our first round of drinks, and everyone's kind of kicking back, having a good time. And I decided that I wanted to do some dancing, so I kind of looked around, found a girl that was relatively attractive, and decided, you know what, I'm going to try and dance with her. So that's exactly what I did. We did a little bit of dancing, and it was like, hey, do you mind if I get you a drink or something like that? So walk up to the bar again. I sat down my drink, which was a White Claw at the time, up on the counter, and turned around to ask them, "Hey, what do you want?" And after they gave me the order of the drink that they wanted, I turned back around. There's two of the exact same White Claws sitting on the counter, and I'm like, "Okay, that's weird." So I look over and there's a girl sitting next to me, and I'm like, "Hey, is one of these yours?" And she's like, yes, this one." And points at one. So I grab the other one, I pick it up and I shake it. I go, okay, that seems about right, because I was about halfway done with it, and I'm like, cool, whatever. So I just I slam that drink so that I'm not double fisting when the next one comes out. I start drinking it and everything's fine, and mine wasn't super big, so I ended up finishing it pretty quickly and putting it down. I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna be done for the day. Like, I've had enough to feel good today, and I don't really want to get super super trashed. I want to be able to kind of be able to take care of myself in case anyone else needs it. And the girl I'd been dancing with ended up going and getting another drink, and she kept coming over being like, hey, share this drink with me, share this drink with me, share this drink with me, which is part of the reason I'm not sure whether it was meant for me to be drugged or not, because the chance that the girl that had the same drink as me getting drugged is high, as well as the possibility for the girl that I was dancing with to drug me, which is a little bit weird because, in all honesty, I'm not a little dude. I'm 6'5", 250 pounds. I'm not tiny. So I don't really know why I would be the target to get drugged, because the girl I was dancing with was maybe 5'5", 5'6", and there would be absolutely no way she'd be able to drag me out of the bar. So kind of torn on who would have done it and what the reason for it would have been. But with that being said, the last few things I remember before at least blacking out the first time was taking like 2 sips of the girl I was dancing with drink and being like, yeah, no, I don't like the taste of this, so it's all yours. Then looking over at my friends, and that's pretty much about it. That's all I really remember, at least until I started coming back in and out of consciousness, which we will come back to in a minute. I kind of want to try and keep this story as much in chronological order as I possibly can, even though it's really difficult because a lot of this I was told secondhand, so I don't really know entirely what order this all happened in. I was just kind of given back details every now and then from my friends over the past couple of days. So from what I was told is pretty much right after my memory stops, we ended up going upstairs at this bar, doing some more dancing and whatnot. I remember none of this, but I danced with the girl that I had been on and off with at the bar. And as well, I ended up running into another girl that was really into me from what my friends said. And so I was just bouncing back and forth between the two of them. Yeah, my friends come up and they were like, hey, I think we're going to go. It's time to grab some dinner and maybe start settling down for the night. From what they told me is that I told them, no, I'm going to stay here. I'll catch up with you guys later. Like, it's fine. Just go on, which would make sense if I was coherent, because that would probably be something that I would say, be like, hey, yeah, no, I'm having a good time with these girls. Like, I'm going to stay here. But I do not recall any of this and should not have stayed there. And I don't want any hate thrown at my friends, because with my size and what we're accustomed to, that makes a whole lot of sense, especially being a dude too, to be like, yeah, no, he's fine. He can handle himself. Like, no worries. Unfortunately, though, hindsight is 2020, and that was not the case. I should not have been left alone. I'm not sure how long I was there by myself after my friends had left, because like I said, I was not coherent and completely incapable of making my own responsible decisions at the time. Even though I may have given off the vibe that I definitely could have, I was completely and utterly unable to. So I don't know how much longer I was at that bar, because everything else until about 9 o'clock-ish just doesn't really make any sense. But the little bits and pieces I do remember until about 8 o'clock was, I remember finally leaving the bar. I don't know why I decided to leave the bar, but it was one of those like, all right, yep, it's time for me to go. And I remember being like on the stairs outside of the bar and just like walking towards the street. I checked back in like probably 2 or 3 blocks down the road away from the bar. At least that's what I think. And I end up running into a guy, and he just looks at me and goes, you are not okay, are you? And I just looked at him and I go, I don't know where I am. I don't know where my friends went. I just know that I am at this hotel and I don't know how to get there. I do also want to throw in, from what my memory remembers of this guy, is he looked like someone out of Sons of Anarchy or the Hells Angels. He was like tatted up and bulked and probably my size. He looks like somebody that I would probably be cautious of that he was going to rob me. Thankfully, he didn't. He ended up being, from what I remember, a super, super nice guy. He's like, hey, we're going to go down this street so many blocks, and then on this street, you're going to turn left, and you're going to go down there to this street, and your hotel will be immediately to your right. And I was like, okay, cool. Don't remember much of the walk. I remember getting down to the street that he said I was going to turn down, and he's like, all right, go down there and your hotel will be on the right. And as I turned around, I said, okay. And as I turned around to say thank you, he was just completely gone, just nowhere to be seen. So I have no idea what happened to him or how long I stood there after he said that before I turned around, or if I said it and I just don't remember seeing him and talking to him. I'm very, very grateful for that guy. I have no clue who he was, where he went, what happened to him, or if he was actually even real, honestly, at this point with everything that happened. I have no clue if that guy was even real. As I was getting ready to walk in the hotel, one of my friends called me that was with my group, and he's like, hey, where the hell are you? Thankfully, I was at the hotel, and I was just like, hey, man, I'm at the hotel. They came and got me and took me to a pizza restaurant down there, which I don't remember a whole lot of other than just like kind of sitting in there and trying to eat a piece of pizza. I think that's kind of where I told them what I remembered. I don't remember getting back to the hotel from there. It isn't till about, like I said, like 8:30, 9 o'clock where I kind of started to come back in coherently and was like, okay, this is what I remember. This is what happened to me, and like started to kind of recover a little bit. It was something that I don't really care to experience again. Thankfully, though, nothing malicious happened to me from what I could tell and what my friends could tell. I had them kind of check me out, and I have no scratches, no bruises, nothing like that. But I think I tweaked my back somewhere because it does not feel super happy. So I don't know if maybe I fell and just didn't bruise or twisted something stepping out of somewhere. I'm not 100% sure, but that seems to be the only wound that I have, thankfully. So I guess the moral of the story is never leave your friends unattended if you're in a big city that you don't really know super well, even if they are a bigger seemingly capable person, because you just never know what's going to happen, because there are some crazy and disgusting people out there that just have no regard or care for their safety or anything of the sorts. As well, if you're the kind of person that would drug someone else to take advantage of them, you definitely should go start a shot. I definitely do have to say, though, after this experience, I'm going to take a lot of time before I go back out and do some drinking, as well as be a lot more cautious of my drink and the places that it goes and who I'm around, because that was definitely not something I really wanted to experience nor ever want to again. Because in all honesty, it was kind of a scary situation. I mean, at least nothing happened to me, and I am capable of at least mostly keeping myself safe. But if that was someone else, like one of the female friends I had with us, I don't know if it really would have I don't really know if it would have turned out the same way. I'm also curious to hear your guys' opinions. Do you think it was the girl that I was dancing with that drugged me? Or do you think it was someone trying to drug the girl that had the same drink as me and they just accidentally chose the wrong one? Anyways, you guys, I think that's going to be it for today's video. I just kind of wanted to hop on here and share that story with you guys kind of as like a beware thing, and so that I can kind of have it on record. As well as I want to know, like I said, if you guys think it was the girl I was dancing with or someone else that possibly slipped that into my drink, whether purposely or accidentally. And yeah, I think I'm going to take some time away from drinking and be a lot more cautious, especially in places I'm unfamiliar with, and just try to make sure that something like that doesn't happen again. Yeah, you guys, thank you for all the people that have decided to follow this channel and like the videos and subscribed. It really does mean a lot. So if there are any other stories that you guys would like to hear from me, let me know down in the comment section down below. There's a lot of different things that I could talk about. I just am curious as to what things you guys would like to hear, whether it be life experiences and strange things like this, or kind of like the life after college video. Let me know down in the comment section down below what you guys would like to hear, and I'll be sure to see what I can do with those ideas. But with that all being said, you guys, I'm glad to be back. I have more stuff planned in the future, and I'm glad that I was able to make it back safe. But yeah, you guys, my name is Dan, and I will catch you all in the next video.